Hello, hello. Welcome to another Lukey Bazookey live stream. A coffee and chill live stream. While I am here at work at the print shop. Because I am a printer by day and a foodie by night. But my coffee cup is almost empty and the coffee pot is empty. So I'm going to make a second pot. And that's how we're going to start the live stream. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're all doing well. A pretty nice weather here today, so I am thankful for that. It's me, I'm the coffee maker. I'm the guy who makes the coffee. So, I have a few things planned for today. There's actually like so many, I got so many different jobs going on right now. But coffee first. Coffee's always a priority. Because when you get coffee in your system, then you can do all your other jobs much quicker. So, work smarter, not harder, as they say. Scoop of that good brown powder. Scoop of the ground browns is what we call it. I've never heard anybody call it that, but ground browns is what we'll call it for now on. All right. Let's see. Satisfying pour. You like that? All right. Now all of my coworkers will love me. Pro tip, make coffee. Your coworkers will love you. Alright, so let's get started with my first project, and hopefully it's not going to be too loud. Let's get you set up. This machine here is the UV coater. It coats paper. It goes from like this, where it has a little bit of glossiness, to a lot of glossiness, and it gives it UV protection, so the color's not going to fade in the sun, and it gives it just a little bit extra protection against like scratches and whatnot. So I got this stack of business cards here, and I have a UV coat all of them, so I'm just going to be standing here sending them through the machine. It's going to be pretty easy. Hopefully it's not too loud though, that's my biggest concern. This one's already finished, so I'm going to put it on the other side so I don't end up double coating it. So my setup for this machine, obviously I send them through this side, they come out the other side, and right there is a mirror, so I'll actually be able to see that they come out the other side and, you know, not get jammed up in the machine, because that can cause fires. I do have a fire extinguisher just right over there, so we are safe. Safety first, always. After fun, obviously, but that goes without saying. So, let's just start feeding these. Got the machine too slow. Alright, we're good to go. Is anybody in the chat room? Anybody gonna say hi to me? Was I not entertaining enough making coffee? I lost all my viewers already? I mean, hey, I titled this thing Coffee and Chill. I started off making coffee, and It showed like 11 people popped in, but nobody said hi. That's weird. So I guess I'll just talk to myself. I will be sending out good vibes, but to be able to receive them, you must be here. You must be willing to receive them. So this is like my 4th day in a row live streaming. If I would have streamed on Sunday, this would have been like my 6th day. I did one Saturday, not Sunday, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today. I'm on a roll. Could be a new regular thing. Live streamer by day, foodie by night. I did record a new video last night at my German restaurant that I go to on Wednesdays. The classic $10 supper. Based on the previous episodes of the series, there's not any repeats yet, but kind of based on some of the other food items that I've had. See if you can try to guess what the most recent food was. No, you don't really have much to go off of. Usually their meals, the sides have been kind of consistent. The main course, they try to change up, but I don't know. We've seen a lot of different main courses. You might be able to try to crack the code. But we are getting to the point where there's going to be more repeats, so I don't know. We might have to find other restaurants where we can find meals for $10. That'll be hard to find. There's not too many of them out there. At least not ones where you can get like a good meal. Like obviously you can go to McDonald's and get like a $10 meal easily, but like a real like cooked meal that's not just full of salt and breadcrumbs. Sawdust, whatever McDonald's burgers. Something interesting just happened. These two are actually on different paper than all the rest of the job. I don't know why. But the UV coater does not like that paper as much, apparently. Matter of fact, these two that are on different paper, it's uncoated paper instead of glossy paper, so the coating doesn't really work as well on non-glossy paper. So just these two sheets, I'm going to send them through a second time to see if that adds more gloss to it. Alright, and I switched the machine into cool down mode because I'm done with it for now. Here's my stack of business cards, all nice and glossy. And warm too. Feels nice. I have boxes on my carts. I think it'd be wise to drop those boxes off somewhere instead of wheeling them around with me. I have jobs all over the place, things sitting around that I need to do. Like right here next to me I have trifolds and bifolds. Brochures and folders, and over there I've got like a banner I need to cut down and things that I need to laminate. A plaque that I need to dye sublimate. That's something I want to do on camera with you guys because I think it'll be cool. Alright, so at least those boxes are out of my way for now. We got anybody watching this while they're at work? Hope you're enjoying your work day. Hopefully you're not as crazy busy as I am. But if you are, then good luck with all your projects. Wait, here's what I should do. Let me see if that coffee is finished yet. Fill up my cup. I don't like to let my cup get all the way empty. Partly just because it gets cold. I don't like to drink it when it's cold. Yeah, this is our like work kitchen, but we have so many different things all over the place that we need to use it for storage too. We actually used to use this for a production area. A couple days ago, if you saw me doing bindery, you know, the coil binding of the books, that station used to be in the kitchen, as well as more storage, and it was just a pain to work in there. So now we've got the bindery area moved back there. Fun facts. Let me do one thing real quick. Okay. Next, we shall... So 2 of these things are due today. This is a plaque. This is a piece of aluminum, aluminium if you're from the UK. You like that? Sounds like a storm's coming. Sounds like a clown is coming. Anyway, I need to take this image and transfer it onto this aluminum using heat. So that's due today. But also, this is due today. This is a big banner. I need to trim the edges and put grommets in it. And I think I'll do the plaque first, just so I can get it off the table so that I have room to work on that. Because that's like tripled up right now. It's bigger than it looks folded up. So let's get started on this. Got to grab something from the other room. Some spray. Peel off that blue plastic and spray it off, clean it off so it's a nice clean surface to, you know, apply the picture to. I don't see any comments in my chat, but 3 people were nice enough to leave me thumbs up, so I do appreciate that. I'll take what I can get. Let's take a sip of coffee for the real heroes out there. And also, if anyone's watching, if you don't mind, I do have a favor to ask. Please send thoughts and prayers to my workplace, specifically to my coworker. I don't want to go into details, but part of the reason why we're so busy is because we're a man down, and it's one of our very essential workers. And they'll be out for, I don't know, we don't know when they'll come back. It's just one of those situations. But yeah, just try to send some healing energy, some thoughts and prayers, and that would be appreciated. But yeah, we'll hold down the fort here, and, you know, when my coworker's ready to come back, they'll come back. But yeah, it's tough because we're not a very large shop. There's only like 7 of us who work here, The seventh guy is fairly new. He's only been here for a few months. And it's really noticeable when somebody's not here. I mean, the rest of us do whatever we can to cover for them, but a lot of times there's just so many. We don't know all of the back and forth communications that they've had with the customer, and it's hard to, whenever that person's not here, to kind of figure out where they left off and, you know, try to help them out. So it's a little bit of a scramble, but we're making do. All right, let's get productive. This should be satisfying. Watch this real quick. It probably would be satisfying if it wasn't such a weird noise. To some people, that's probably like nails on a chalkboard. So we're going to be printing on the white side. This will be the back, that'll be the front. And I had to print this image twice. The first one had some weird issues where, like over here on the side, you can see like a few spots of ink drip down. And it actually happened right here on the S, so I can't use that one. But the second one came out clean. So we're just going to trim it off. So this process is called dye sublimation. This is how we transfer an image onto metal. So I'm going to clean the metal with alcohol. Alcohol and paper towels. That's mostly just to get any residue from that film that I just peeled off of here. So that's pretty clean. Let me grab one more thing. This is just a special kind of tape that's supposed to it can handle the heat. And here's what I do to line it up. I put the picture down flat, and then I put this on top of the picture like that. I'm just trying to get it on there as best as possible. I am going to have to trim the edges of the metal a little bit. I specifically shrunk the image down just because if you can see the edge, how it's like black, white, black, white, black, that's going to be a little bit tough. So I didn't want to put it right up against the edge. I'd rather shrink it down a little bit, and then I can just trim off the white spaces. All right, so looks pretty good to me. I'm going to put the tape on there so it stays in place. I think I might want to be strategic with this taping. With dye sublimation, I've got to blast this thing with about 400 degrees Fahrenheit of heat. that's very hot. That's hotter than a lot of food gets cooked, you know. Um, and you want to make sure the timing is super sensitive. You don't want to undercook it, you don't want to overcook it. So basically, whenever you pull it out of the heater, this aluminum is still very hot. So you need to remove it from the heat. You need to separate the hot aluminum from the transfer paper as soon as possible. So you don't really want it taped on all four edges because then you won't be able to peel it off quick, not with this aluminum super hot. So if you just tape it along one side, then all you really have to do is just, you know, lift up the front and then you got separation. But that can also sometimes work in your disadvantage because it allows for air to get trapped underneath there sometimes. But even if you taped all four sides, you're not going to avoid that. All right. So let's bring this over to the heater and get the transfer going. You saw me using the t-shirt press in a few of the previous live streams. This is essentially like a jumbo version of that t-shirt press. I don't know where to put you. Might be as good as it gets. All right. I have some padding down at the bottom. That's to, it's just paper and paper towels. That's just to make sure it's kind of, the pressure's even and it makes sure no ink spills out the sides and gets on the equipment or whatever. So just put down some paper towels. I'm gonna grab the transfer real quick. Since this is aluminum, there's a lot of different materials that you can transfer. Let me turn off the UV coater. It's all finished now. All right. So there's a lot of different materials that you can transfer on. Most recently, I've probably done like a tablecloth, or I've done like a plaque, but not this kind of plaque, like the ones that have like the wooden backing and then the metal plate on the front. So those ones are thicker, so you can adjust the height on something like this. But since this is a thin piece of aluminum, you actually do it a little bit differently than some of the other things. Because the other things, you would put the paper on top and the plaque on bottom, but since this is aluminum, you put the aluminum on top and the paper on bottom. That's because the aluminum basically acts as its own heat source, whereas the other things, like a plaque that's that thick, you're not going to be able to heat up through that. My tape looks like it got a little bit funny whenever I was moving it. It's still on there. Like I said, we're gonna trim the edges anyway, so we'll fix whatever issues occur. We'll take one of these big sheets to put on top of it. And that's basically all you need to do. So now I'm going to press it down. It's going to stay down for about 45 seconds. Then I'm going to pull it back up. And it's going to be so hot that I'm going to need to cool it off right away. And I'm going to need to wear gloves for this so I don't burn my tootsies. All right, let's pop it down. And now we wait. No glove, no love. Would you trust somebody who walks up to you wearing gloves like this? Yeah, I wouldn't. Oh, shit. 5 more seconds. Beautiful. And then literally I just threw it down right here because this is a cold metal surface. Oh no. It didn't turn out so well, unfortunately. Let me show you. That's disappointing. Because it looked good. And then I took a second look at it and I don't know what the issue would have been though. Alright, let's talk about what happened. It probably looks better on camera than it does in person. Like all the line work is super clean. Maybe if I hold it back a little bit, the black coloring, you can see it's really bold and strong up here at the top, but it's super faded right here in the middle. So that was probably caused by air getting in between the metal and the paper. So it didn't quite have like a good solid connection. So probably I can solve that by adding more pressure. Yeah, that sucks. We got to do this a second time. But hopefully not a third time. We'll do it the second time, and second time's the charm, right? So I'll leave the heat press on. I'll go back to the printer, print me another copy. That's the printer. It's a special printer because it's dye sublimation. Hi, Karen. I'll just come back and grab this whenever it's finished.
Look at you in your shorts.
Dressed for summer.
Matching shoes. Too.
That's right. I look the part.
Well, as a rule of thumb, my shoes also matching. The left matches the right.
Did she give you a compliment?
No.
All right. We have more stuff to do in the meantime, so while that's printing, I shall move on. one of my jobs I need to do. Raffle tickets. These need like a perforation to be put here so that they can tear the stub off, the ticket stub. But I'm not going to do that right now because, yeah, there's no due date on this one. So, yeah, not as much of a rush as some of my other projects. Well, 30 minutes in, nobody chatting. Literally no comments in the whole 30 minutes. I've gotten 4 thumbs up, but nobody's said hi to me. Which is weird. Because I've been trying to say hi. I've been trying to say how's it going, and live streaming is weird. I think I'm always gonna feel weird live streaming. Whether it's 0 people, even if somehow I get to like 100 people watching, I don't even know what to think of that. I almost rather it just be 0. Because if 0 people are watching, then I can kind of just say whatever I want, and there's a good chance that nobody is ever going to hear what I'm saying right now. Fiddly doo dopper, poppy glop. Nobody fucking knows. So, live streaming. Let's cut down a banner. Sorry, I almost lost you. This banner's so big, I have to like move everything out of the way. These pages here, this small stack, these actually have to be laminated. And the laminator is hot and turned on. It's turned on, it's hot, it's ready. But I can't laminate these yet because there's not a lot of laminate left on the roller if I need to change that out. You need to have it hot to change it out, which is why I turned it on anyway. But I think it'd be wise to cut down the banner first, because I don't think these are as hot, as urgent. This is for somebody's birthday. Steve. It's for Steve's birthday. 70th birthday. Well, happy 70th birthday, Steve. If you know someone turning 70, we can make them a banner. But if you know somebody turning any other age, can't help you. Sorry. Put my camera over here. Stretch. Alright, here's where I'm going to start. Still not a good spot. You can't see nothing. Alright, we'll put you on the other side. Careful, sharp. So, whenever I was new here a few years ago, I was, my boss was showing me around, demonstrating different jobs, and he was doing something similar to this, where he had his straight edge, he had his knife, and he was like, let me show you what we do with these. I'm going to show you how to cut. Look very closely. Watch closely. Watch what I do. Puts his hand here, goes to make a cut, and his finger is hanging over the edge of the straight edge. So he went ahead and like whacked off the corner of his finger just with one of these shop knives. While I was watching, like while I was glued to it. I didn't notice that, like, I was watching the knife. I wasn't looking at, like, his hand placement, or else I would have said, hey, watch out. Nope. Had to watch that. That was fun. So now every time I have to cut something, that's what I think about. And that's... Hopefully I never have to... Hopefully I learned by his example, so I never have to repeat it myself. You know what I'm saying? I think my knife is, doesn't look dull, but it's not cutting so well. Oh no. This one looks even worse. Alright, maybe it's not the knife, maybe it's the technique. I'll just try to do better. That one sounded like a much cleaner cut. Yeah. Alright, so the short edges are easy. The long edges, not so much. I'm probably gonna have to move all this stuff. Even my coffee. This is... Every job that I do comes with a work order, and this is just like some of the jobs that I've done so far today. And I haven't even had lunch yet. It's still early. But we have been pretty slammed. In fact, one customer alone sent us 40 different jobs. And we've got other customers who sometimes send multiples, and then we got the majority of customers just send like onesie twosies, but it all takes time. Man, see, this banner is too big. I can't get me and the banner and everything into the clip all at once, into the screen. Gotta put you all the way across the room. So I should probably just get my lapel microphone so I don't have to yell. Yeah, this is too big. That's what she said. I'm actually gonna have to hang it over the side of the table. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, nobody's chatting anyway, so I'm not going to worry about grabbing my lapel. And this is so big. Honestly, there's big, and then there's ones like this that's just way over the top. Because this, I was using that straight edge for the short sides. I've got this one, as you can see, is much bigger. And even this, I usually have to double them up for some of our larger ones. But even those, they still fit on the table. So this one, even if I doubled up on the ruler, it's still falling off the table. So I'm not even going to use this one. gonna use the smaller one. I'm just gonna go one section at a time. In the next section and proceed like that and just roll it and unroll it. You'll see, you'll see. I might have to start on that side. Just because it works with my body better that way. Fun times. Hello out there, if anybody's watching. Thank you for keeping me company while I'm at work. Yeah, so I'm just gonna cut off strips at a time. There's no way there's no way I'd be able to cut one whole side of this. There's a big boy. So anybody got fun weekend plans? We're almost there. Well, hello to all 0 people watching. Just a bunch of people popping in and not saying hi. It's so weird. I feel like... I mean, this has got to be one of the more interesting streams on YouTube. People are either like playing video games or just chatting or something. Maybe doing like makeup. I doubt there's anybody else live streaming from the inside of a print shop. Dye sublimating and cutting down banners and UV coating. I mean, it's... You're not going to see this anywhere else. There's quite a lot of... There is something that I bring to the table that nobody else is bringing to the table. And that's why it's so weird to me that nobody's here saying, oh, wow, thank you for allowing me to have this seat at the table. Well, today I'm gonna post a short today, and if that short ends up bombing because the algorithm is confused because of the live streams, I'm gonna pick the shorts over the live streams. So if it comes to where I've got to choose one or the other, yeah, I'm picking the shorts. I'll just live stream over on TikTok or something. I don't know. It'll be interesting because I'm new to live streaming, so I don't quite know what the effect of live streaming is going to have on my shorts. But if all of a sudden I stop getting views because the algorithm is confused who to give my content to, well, that would suck. That would feel like all the hard work I've been doing is for naught. And we can't have that. Because the world is cold and hard work deserves to be noticed. Hello, if anybody's out there, if anybody can hear me. Hello, and I hope you're having a good day. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the live stream. I know it's called Coffee and Chill, but I don't have coffee in my hand right now. It's hard to cut when I'm holding the coffee. Are you guys taking a sip every time I take a sip? Because you should be. Because that's the only way we're going to make it through. I can't be doing it all by myself. Going off camera. See, that's how big this banner is. I can't even stay on camera while I cut it. Yeah. Alright. Trimmed. That is a nicely trimmed banner. Now I'm actually going to have to flip the whole thing upside down. But I'm done with this. I think here's my guess. Whenever it shows like a viewer pops in and they don't say anything, here's just what I'm gonna assume for now on. I'm assuming that's like my coworkers watching me from up front to make sure I'm actually back here working and not just slacking off, not just hanging out with the chat. I probably get more work done while I'm on camera, to be honest. So this is a special reinforced tape. We put this on the edges to keep it from getting frayed. Well, we only really need to put it on the long edges. This banner's so long. Probably gonna use up a whole roll of tape, honestly. So I gotta have to do both of the long edges. Hello, anybody out there. Hope you're having a great day. If you're watching while at work, then I'm praying for you. Survive the work day. Don't let it bring you down. Hello, anybody out there. I wonder, the one viewer that pops in, pops out, I wonder if it's the same person. I doubt it. I always think it's so weird. How come live streams show up in the shorts feed? Like, nobody's gonna stop scrolling through shorts to watch a live stream. That's like the polar opposite type of content. It doesn't make sense to me. So every time I get one viewer and then they fade away, it's probably just somebody scrolling through shorts. Yeah, I can't expect them to stop and watch a live stream if they're watching shorts. On to the second side. Hey, feel free to ask me questions in the chat. That'd be good for getting the conversation going. I'm done talking until I see a freaking message in my chat. We've been live for 52 minutes and I've gotten 0 messages in chat. So. Hello, Miriam Rodriguez. What am I doing? I am at work and I'm making a banner. This banner was printed and now it's back here in my department. I had to trim the edges and now I'm putting grommets in it using this. You stretch. I'm guessing the translation was wrong on that or something. You stretch. I print. I work at a print shop. Oh, you're from Brazil. Well, what time is it over in Brazil right now? So, we've got the top of the grommet, the bottom of the grommet. We put them in here. Yeah. Yeah, it's this is a really big one. Most banners are not this big. This is for somebody's 70th birthday. So now you have a hole in it to hang it up or whatever. So I've got to put it this corner, that corner, and all across the sides. It's okay. Thank you for trying. Yep, my job. It's like a poster. If banner doesn't translate, it's like a poster. They're gonna hang it up for a birthday party. It's too big. How old are you? I am 29 years old. How old are you? And what time is it over in Brazil right now? I don't know if you answered that already. Do you like living in Brazil? 39. 29. 2, 9. 29. So now, 42. 29. Oh, it's backwards for you, actually. That? Oh yeah, look at that. Nailed it. Oh, you're 33. That's close to my sister's age. She just turned 32. Congratulations for living 33 years. This banner is so large, but I'm trying to find the middle. 29 years old. You have. Yep. Yep. Yep, that's me. Making a banner is just a lot of folding and unfolding, apparently. Because you want the grommets to be placed in there evenly, so I find the middle, and then I fold this side to the middle, and then that side to the middle. And then that usually gives you good positions for the grommets. Too much work to do today. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of different projects going on. I don't know that one. What are you doing today? Oh, it's cold? It's hot here. So even got my shorts on today. It's hot. All right, we successfully finished one side of the banner. It's out there. Yeah, summertime. It feels like it's summertime. Well, thank you so much for being here chatting with me. Even though you speak a different language, I still appreciate you being here hanging out. Says I have a message that was held for review. All it says is LOL. Okay. I don't know why YouTube blocked your message. It's interesting. Difficult to understand. Yeah, it's... I don't know any Brazilian, I'm sorry. You like football? What teams do you like to watch? a little Portuguese. I know a little like Mexican Spanish. Hola, ¿cómo está? Is that Portuguese? Unfortunately, YouTube automatically translates things, so I'm not able to see what you typed. It just translates it automatically. Do you think YouTube is good at translating? Okay, this banner is now finished. So I'm just going to roll it up. Do you like to watch food videos? Like people eating food? My other content, I make a lot of food videos. Eating food and going to restaurants. It's much easier to handle now that it's rolled up. All right, success. Yeah, this is massive. Yeah, just this one though. I have other things to do now. Stay hydrated. Okay, next. I have this printer. It's gonna cut that off so I can use it in the back. It's just water. Just water. Okay. So I have to remake this. This is a metal sign, but it didn't come out very well because the black coloring looks good on top, but it's faded through here. Yes, I make flyers. I make all kinds of stuff. So this is a big metal sign that I need to make another one of. Here's some flyers that I printed earlier. And some business cards. That's like a raffle ticket. How many? A lot. Never ending. Now that stack of flyers, that was only like 32 sheets. This sign I only need to make one of.
Brown paper is just going to rip this up.
Oh. Well, don't take that. That's my parchment paper.
Yeah.
Like a blank piece of metal here. So this is going to turn into that. Yeah, there's a lot of paperwork. There's a lot to do here. I'm just gonna spray this real quick. Yeah, stickers. I live in the United States of America in a state called Missouri. Right in the middle. Okay, so that's clean now. So I think the reason this messed up last time, I think it had to do with the pressure, but also it might have had to do with the tape. Maybe it didn't like being taped on the one side, so I'm not going to tape it on any side. I'm just going to let the weight of the aluminum hold it in place. I'm just trying to make it lined up evenly. I want to make sure it works right this time, so I don't have to do it a third time. There are places like that in Texas, right? Yes. Yep. Yeah, there are places like that in Texas and all over the place. Because I work for an international company, so we're even in other countries. I'm sorry. I'll try to speak more simply so YouTube can translate better. Well, hopefully this works. I'm gonna increase the pressure a little bit. All right, we're locked in. Move you back here. It needs to stay on there for 45 seconds, and then I pull it off. And then I'll put it like right here on this metal so it can cool off. You have to be patient to do all of this. Yeah, sometimes. You just have to, I guess, stay diligent. Make sure you stay on top of your jobs or they'll pile up. It's still not coming out right, though. It still looks faded. Yeah, it doesn't really look any better the second time. So, I'll put that on hold. I'll have to come back to that later. 'Cause, I'm gonna need assistance with that, I guess. And the rest of the jobs that I have are going to require me to use loud machines. Yo.
There's a lady that asked about AE.
That's all the stuff that's due like Monday or something.
Yeah, we have to deliver it. But I can tell her everything's on schedule for delivery.
Yeah, it's all on schedule.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, it's hectic over there too. Yeah, I understand that. Well, good luck with your services. I think I'm going to end the live stream now. I've been live for an hour and 20 minutes, and I've got more work to do. And these jobs here, this machine is loud, so I can't really live stream while using that machine. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I'll probably do another live stream tomorrow if you want to come back and say hi. Otherwise, well, enjoy your day, enjoy your time, and I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm going to sign off now. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, and take care. And yeah, I don't know if anybody's still here listening, but any final messages? Yeah. Well, goodbye, people. We'll see you next time. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Coffee.